Alright, YouTube, this is Vengeance. It is a trilogy, and it has, let's see if I can get closer. Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, OldBoy, and Lady Vengeance. It is created by a director named Park Chan-Wok, and it's Palisades Tartanian Asian Extreme. I actually have another box set somewhere, but anyway, I have the entire box trilogy set. My favorite is the one in the middle. I have not watched this one or this one because they are actually in, I believe it's Korean only. This one comes in, I think, 2 or 3 languages, and one of them is English. You can either watch the subtitles or you can listen to it in English. And I have to admit, they got the movement of the mouth, as we know in some of the Asian flicks, to actually go quite well. This guy is a very famous Asian actor, and we'll talk a little bit more about him a little later. Anyway, it has all 3. This is the Blu-ray DVD, but this movie right here is probably one of the most phenomenal movies I have seen, and I'll definitely tell you more about it here in a minute, but I wanted you to see the box set, and this is Lady Vengeance. So we'll talk more about it here in a minute. It looks like Spike Lee is actually going to be doing a remake, American remake of this one right here, OldBoy. And I was reading it, I'll let you know in a minute. I'll have that, I don't know if it was Washington Post or in a minute, but I'll pull it up. And I was reading it, so I'm going to talk about this and then just really pray that he does. I think he's an excellent director, so, or filmmaker, so I really am hoping he does a phenomenal job with this movie right here. We definitely are going to talk. Inside Man was such a good movie. I can just see him doing a very good job on this. So we'll talk more about this in a moment. Be right back. Good morning again. This is the part about Spike. Should Spike Lee direct OldBoy remake? And basically the person who wrote the article said, it's official. On Monday, Spike Lee confirmed rumors that he would direct a remake of the acclaimed 2003 Korean film OldBoy, an odd, super violent tale of imprisonment and revenge that won both the grand jury prize at the Cannes and a devoted fan base. Is the polarizing Lee the right man to bring OldBoy to America? So this is Spike here, gotten older, looking good though. Spike hanging in there. So he will be doing OldBoy. We're going to cover the original OldBoy made by I'll get the name here in a minute. Chan-Wok. I hope I'm saying that right. And we'll cover a little bit of it because I actually have watched that film, and I watched it back in 2000. I think it was 6 or 7. So we'll talk a little bit more, and I actually own the box DVD set of it, and I own a specialty set of it. So we'll talk, because I'm a very huge fan of OldBoy, and we'll talk a little bit about it. If you have not watched this, I would make this a movie watcher this weekend. If there's a Blockbuster near you, can rent it. I'll put a link, I'll try to find a link to put down for Amazon where you can purchase it, or you can stop in your local Best Buy and buy it. Anyway, we'll cover more of that here in a minute. Hoping y'all can see me. Good morning, tubers, and good morning to those of you who are watching the Think on It Now channel. It's me, doll. I am going to be doing a little DVD review today on Vengeance, and I showed you earlier a clip of this, and it's a trilogy box set I bought at Best Buy. But the movie that I'm really going to talk about is that one right there, which is called OldBoy. And the director of this is a guy named Park Chan-Wok. Park Chan-Wok. And what I found out about this, I actually watched this DVD one Sunday almost 3 or 4 years ago, and I was like cleaning our room. I was rooming with someone, and doing a roommate situation while I was having a house built. So I was, on the weekends I'll clean up my room and get my clothes ready for work for the next week, wash laundry. And over the weekend, that Friday after I got off work, I decided to stop in because I worked part-time at Borders Books and Music at the time. I had 2 jobs. I was working part-time at Borders, and I decided to stop in to Blockbuster, and I wanted to pick up something to watch. So I stopped in at Blockbuster, and I said to the guy, I said, you know, I've seen most of the mainline stuff. I'm really looking for maybe an indie film. I want something, you know, that I can think about, that that I can, that really challenges me, challenges my senses. And he says, well, what kind of movies do you like? And I said, well, I'll give you a kind of a broad range. I said, As Good as It Gets, The Game, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. I said, that's kind of my vein of stuff that I like. I said, I like mysteries, I like thrillers, I like suspense. I'm not like into dumb humor. I like, good solid humor. I like, a movie that makes me think. I can't figure out the ending, that kind of thing. So he said, I think I have the perfect movie for you. He said, does violence bother you? I said, not at all. So he takes me to this section and he introduces me to OldBoy. Well, lo and behold, I watched this film. Originally what I do is I usually would watch like the first few minutes of it, and I do a few things in the room, come back and catch where I was, just catch little parts of it. And I ultimately would get the gist of the storyline and whether it was a good or bad movie. I put the movie on and could not get off the bed for the whole hour and some minutes that it played. It was one of the most phenomenal. It's like if you ever ask me what movie to watch that you've never seen anything, my first question is, does violence bother you? Because it is very violent in parts, and it's very violent in parts. This to me is not recommended for children, not recommended for anybody under the age of 18 years old. It is probably one of the deepest movies I've ever seen in my life. It's just deep. But it's a good, solid movie. It's amazing. The director's Korean. It's a Korean flick, so it's the only one in the box set that has it where you can listen to it in English. And the English goes pretty much with the mouth movements. I know a lot of us, we see these films, and when we see them, the mouth is going, and then the language follows along. Not here. It pretty much follows real well. You can watch it in English or Korean. You can do in the subtitles if you want. The film was big, I guess, back in 2003 during some of the festivals that it was at. And it's phenomenal. The premise was, and I mean, the film was so good that I decided to research more about the guy who produced it to see what else he had made. And come to find out, I did not know it was part of a trilogy he did. But I guess in the Korean culture, vengeance is not a very accepted form of behavior. So he decided to research this mindset, and in the process decided to create a film around it. And in so doing, amazing. I just found out about another film called JSA, and I'll see if I can find that, because I definitely now want to watch it. It's one of his films too, and reviewing the booklet in here. But this is just an amazing set. If you need something to do, I would definitely watch this. And come to find out, the reason it came up as a review that I wanted to do this weekend is Spike Lee is actually going to do an American remake of this film. And I'm impressed, because Spike, he blew me back when he did Inside Man. I had no idea that Inside Man was a Spike Lee film. And when I found out he did Inside Man, I was like, whoa, Spike stepped out of his usual, the kind of the racial genre that he had in his earlier youth as a filmmaker, and has now stepped into the Inside Man. Was just a phenomenal, phenomenal movie. So I'm really hoping Spike might be the right director for this, because his cinematography style is unique, and this guy's is very unique. The uniqueness between light and darkness, the uniqueness that I could not even figure this film out. I mean, it was that good, and it has so many twists in it. It's just totally stupid. But I do want to just give you the premise, beginning premise. The film opens where this young man is a father, and he's celebrating his birthday. And he got drunk, got arrested, is in a police station. So his best friend goes to pick him up. That's how the film starts off. And the best friend picks him up. They stop at a phone booth to call the wife to let her know that he is okay and that he has picked up her husband, which is the drunk father. I'm calling him the drunk father. he picks him up, and lo and behold, they're at the phone booth, and so he puts him on the phone. The drunk father talks to his little girl, and then he goes back outside the phone booth and hands the phone back to his best friend. The best friend's talking to his wife, to the drunk father's wife, and he says to him, he says, oh, and I guess the wife wanted to ask him something, and when he turns around to look for his friend is no longer there. And basically what we find out is the friend has been kidnapped from the phone booth area and is imprisoned in a room for a period of time. I don't want to get any further because you need to go from there, and that's where you really need to follow the storyline real closely. Because at the end of I had to watch the movie twice just to catch stuff. This director was that good. I mean, that good. and when you get done, that film is so overwhelming, you got to shake it off. You feel like I could use a little cocktail. It's that deep. So definitely, I can't wait to see Spike's version of it, but I recommend before you do, go see the original. It's excellent. For those of you who maybe like Korean anime and things like that, they do have a manga, I hate to say a manga version of this, where it's the Korean or the foreign comics. They have a manga book set that came with one of the other box sets that I have somewhere around here. Anyway, God bless. I hope you guys are enjoying it. We'll have the introductions for the channel up this week. I'll be doing mine today and sending it out to the other host. Your Monday host will be Yoga Angel. Your Wednesday host, I'll be doing some of the Wednesdays. We're going to be alternating weeks, so I'm only going to ask them to do every other week. That way it's not overwhelming, because both of my hosts, one of them is a mother and the other one is an RN, so I know when you get home you're really tired. Your other host will be Miss Pasha, and then I'll be your Wednesday and Saturday host till I can add about 4 more people to the channel. I'm seeing if the 2 other people that I'm looking at, they're having some computer, and one's having a computer issue and the other one's having camera issues. So we're seeing if they get their stuff up, if they're still going to be rolling with us. Anyway, for now it'll be the 3 of us. If you're interested, I was looking for possibly 4 more hosts. Again, our goal is to reach 35 to 60 age range. Also, we are looking for anybody who's into music, whether that be country, blues, R&B, neo-soul, jazz, new age jazz, classical, hip-hop. Well, some hip-hop, we're really going to be a little selective on that. Not to knock it. New hip-hop, no. Old school hip-hop, yes. Conscious hip-hop, yes. Because I like hip-hop. I like some. I just don't like all. The commercial stuff, I'm not too big on some of it. And there's a few that I like and a lot that I don't. I'm old school. I'm still stuck with Heavy D and the Boys, Will Smith when he was Fresh Prince, X-Clan, if I listen to Conscious, some old Public Enemy, stuff like that. I like the old school stuff. Tupac, Biggie, some of the old Conscious that really told a story and told stuff that was really, happening, so forth. So if you're interested, we're hosting music and DVD reviews and movie reviews on the weekends. So if you're an artist of any kind, if you even draw, paint, if you want to be on here, just send us a video clip and we'll review it and let you know about getting it hosted on the channel. To everyone else, God bless. Thanks for watching. And as we add viewers, we just thank you for checking us out. Let us know if you have any topic requests. I'm also looking for a wine reviewer, beer reviewer. If you can do both, that'll be great. Somebody who does skin for both men and women, skin and hair. As we get older, we need a little bit different skin and hair care regimen. I've learned our body can't, after having a very bad rash, cannot do all the stuff that's on the market. So, and I'm getting more into organic hair care products and skin care products and what good lotions to use and oils to use and things like that. So, hit us up. Hope you all are having a blessed day, and thanks for watching. Think on it now.
When I wake up in the morning, love,